Hello, best YouTube friends, and welcome to my channel. This is a beginner-friendly practice today, a brief intro to yoga. Grab your mat, let's get started. So this practice is accessible for all levels, bringing some mindfulness into your day. We're going to start in the foundational standing posture of yoga, which is Tadasana, or mountain pose. The feet in Tadasana are hip-width distance, and we're looking to find a sense of balance and a plumb line and a nice alignment through all of the joints. So we start with looking down and seeing that your second toes are about parallel, and then there's a nice line between that first and second toe that runs up to the center knee and right to the center of your hip and right to the center of your shoulder joints. There's a nice line running from the back of the head down through the tailbone. The tailbone is dangling down right between the heels, and the crown of the head is floating up toward the ceiling very effortlessly. We look for natural curves at the nape of the neck and at the lower back so that the tailbone is not too tucked and there's not too much curve in the lower back. There's a nice balance where the pelvis is nice and secure right on top of the thigh bones. So we're gonna find a little more alignment and balance by shifting into the toes and then back into the heels. And just doing that a couple times, forward and back, to get a sense of where your body is in space. Now, in your yoga practice, we want to have a sense of softness in the face and jaw. And we want this kind of effortless quality in your movement. So there's a range of energy in the body. We can be really, really tight and tense and rigid, or we can be really kind of lax and loose. And what we're looking for in a balanced asana practice is to be somewhere in the middle between effort and ease. So looking to find that balance, a little softness in the joints, muscular awareness, integrity in your posture, shoulder blades on the back. And just be here and close your eyes for a moment when you find a place between those actions of rocking forward and back. Very good. Now bend your knees a little bit, lift and spread your toes, and feel the muscles of your legs engage. Think of the arches of the feet lifting right to the inner knees, and you'll find that that energy translates right up into your back and right up through the crown of the head. So we're going to bend the knees a little more. Keep lifting the toes and then spread the toes and press your legs straight. And we'll do that again. Bend the knees, lift and spread the toes, and then press the legs towards straight. And bend, lift the toes, and press the legs towards straight. Now let's do a little lateral side bending to open up the spine. Reach your right fingertips toward your outer right heel, and sweep your left arm up and overhead. Take a stretch along that left side waist. Gently looking at your right foot, inhale. And then as you exhale, turn your left palm toward the ceiling and press it down. Good, and we'll do the other side. We're gonna reach that right arm up and over, right out of that right outer foot. Slide the left hand down the left thigh and look at your left foot. We are internally rotating, spiraling that right arm bone in toward your ear. Inhale, right side. Then spin that right palm away and press it down alongside the body. Good. A couple shoulder rolls. Now, in a vinyasa yoga practice, in the style of yoga flow that I prefer to teach, there's a process of linking the body with the breath. So when you inhale, the diaphragm's expanding. We're going to sweep the arms overhead. So we inhale on these opening movements. And then when you exhale, bend your knees, bring your belly toward the thighs, and fold. So as you exhale, diaphragm contracts, and you fold. It's a closing movement. And we're going to inhale, press through the feet, come on up, nice and easy, sweep the arms overhead. And then exhale, belly in, swan dive down. So that's what vinyasa or flow means, is to link the poses with the breath. So we're inhaling up, reaching up, and then we're exhaling to fold And it's a great way to wake up your body, wake up your joints, encourage mobility. And then go ahead and come on up to stand, and we'll get into Utkatasana, which is the next posture I'll focus on, chair pose. So you bend your knees. It's essentially Tadasana with bent knees and a little bit more of an anterior tilt in the pelvis. So you can look down, you see your toes poking out. We're having knees hip width distance. This gives your lower back a lot better alignment and space. And reach your arms up alongside the ears. You can look neutral. If your arms feel really tight, shoulders tight, you can take your palms a little wider apart. That's all right. Good. And then straighten the legs, bring the arms down alongside the body. Let's inhale, bend, back to Utkatasana. Sit down into an imaginary chair. Then exhale, bring the palms down. Inhale, bend, arms up. Exhale, straighten, palms down. One more time, inhale. And then exhale. Great, now we're going to fold, walk toward the top of your mat. Bring your belly over the thighs, bend your knees quite a bit. Take your hands behind your calves. And we're coming into Uttanasana. It's a standing forward fold, standing forward bend. Trying to bring the belly on the thighs. You can bend your knees as much as you need to for that, and let your head hang. Then we're going to plant the palms and just come into a tabletop position. In your tabletop position, we have the same alignment in the spine as we did in Tadasana, a nice line from back of head to tail. The lift of the belly creates some stability in the core. And we have that really nice extension, crown of head forward, tailbone back. And just in this position, arms are working, core is working, especially that low belly. We'll take one inhale to let the belly hang, and then you can look up. And one exhale, we're going to round the spine, chin to chest. So we're going to move the body with the breath in that simple way. Inhale, belly drops, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, elbows are soft. We always want the joints a little bit soft, not rigid. Remember, what doesn't bend breaks. So we want that fluidity and softness. So the muscles have to engage. Come on back to neutral, and then we're going to just gently swing the ankles around. Slide the legs out straight. And let's come on to the back. So we're going to come on the back, and we're going to find a Tadasana on the back, another perspective. So you can flex your feet, feet are hip width distance. Let your palms face up alongside the body. Feel those shoulder blades melt down. Lift your knees just a little bit so you feel some engagement through your front of your thighs, your quadriceps. You can even engage your gluteals a little bit here, finding this Tadasana, this mountain pose on the back. Long line from the crown of your head through the tailbone. Take one more inhale, and then exhale. Relax and let everything go. So the last pose of any asana practice should always be Shavasana, which is corpse pose. So you lay on your back, and if it's too intense to lay with your legs straight, then you can have your feet on the ground, mat width distance apart and knees knocking in a constructive rest pose. If possible, extend your legs out, and you find the space where the floor supports you, and you let go of effort, and you tune into whatever insight comes from within. You tune into the natural breath. No need to control the breath at all. We are trying to replenish our energy by turning the senses and the focus inward for just a few breaths. And it lets your stress response calm down, and it brings you into your calm nervous system again. And you can always access that place of calm within. And then take a moment to consider what you have to be grateful for today as you wiggle your fingers and toes gently. And then you hug your knees in toward your body, hands in the knee creases or the front of the shin, and you rock gently. And then when you feel ready, you can roll to your either side into the fetal position for a moment to rest before very slowly pressing up to sit, not moving too fast so you don't jar your system. And make your way up into a cross-legged seat just for a couple of moments, resting your hands anywhere on the legs and sitting tall. And then bring your hands together, palms press, thumbs connect to the center of the chest. Anjali Mudra is a gesture of thanks and gratitude, and I am grateful for you, and I wish you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. Thank you so much for trying yoga if it's your first time, and if you're more experienced, thank you in any case for joining me. And I have a lot of different videos on this channel that can help support your yoga journey. Short practices for an everyday dedicated yoga practice and a better quality of life. I hope this practice made you feel better, and I appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel for more videos. I post nearly every day, and I hope it keeps you inspired. See you next time. Bye-bye.